catch me at CBS 46 News at 6 p.m. All right, in the studio, highlighting great people doing great things. I have with me Andre Sealy, a.k.a. G.A. Sealy. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you doing?
Excellent. This brother is an author and educator, owner of DaWit Publishing.
Yes, sir.
LLC. Their motto is educate, entertain, and empower. I think you stole some of that from me.
Well,
Did you? Did you take it from me?
No, sir.
You sure, sir?
Yes,
we
I
can
did.
go down to the copyright office tonight.
Actually, I'm copyrighted.
Oh!
I'm trademarked.
This brother here, you come here all legal and stuff, man.
I'm trademarked, brother.
All right, well, good stuff, good saying, man. You write children's books, and you gave me some last time we encountered each other, and I thought it was really intriguing because these are high-quality children's books, very high quality. And I read one of them. Do you mind if I read a couple of excerpts?
Oh, no problem.
All right, this is from How Do Plants Grow? And it shows an African-American father. It shows you, I can tell by the swiggly lines in your haircut, right? And also a young child.
Yeah, based on my nephew.
Your nephew,
Yes,
okay?
sir.
And you guys are walking, and let me read. It says, when Kelvin said, "Dad, how do trees grow?" Dad replied, "Do you really want to know?" Well, trees need food like me and you, but they can make their own, which is a neat thing to do. First, they take in some rays from Mr. Sun. So for them, daytime is lots of fun. Then when it rains and water comes from the sky, it enters their roots and travels up high. To the leaves which take in the air, then Mrs. Tree mixes all these things with great care. Out comes sugar, which is very sweet, which is found in all the fruits we eat. So plants make sugar as their food, which then put birds and bees in a happy mood. And it goes on and on. Man, isn't that awesome? This is a great book.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You are an educator. Give us your background in education.
So I taught high school science. I taught biology, anatomy and physiology, and also environmental science in New York and also in Georgia. And I noticed that when students got to me or came to my class, they had an apathetic attitude towards science. Oh, science is hard, science is difficult, science is boring. So they had years of built-up frustration in science because they didn't understand the content, or maybe the teachers didn't relate it to them, and they basically had a negative attitude towards science. So that got me to thinking, we need to change that because there's a lot of lucrative careers in the STEM or science fields. So it inspired me to create a series of books called the Young Scientist Series, which teaches young minds through science and rhyme. So the goal of these books are to target elementary school age kids, to get them to like science, to be engaged in science, so they could see STEM careers as possible career pathways and possible entrepreneurship opportunities in the future.
What made you get involved in education?
Well, originally I was a science major, and in my college they actually offered a scholarship for science majors to major in education classes also. So basically they gave me a scholarship to cover my school costs. I said, hey, why not? Because, you don't want to graduate with debt. And actually, when I started teaching, I started enjoying it, turning on light bulbs in kids' minds. And also, in the education field, there's not too many brothers teaching. There's not too many too males of color teaching. Yeah. So I found that a lot of the young men of color gravitated towards me because, I was a young man teaching them, and I had a degree, and I was educated, so they were receptive to the information I taught them. I have a lot of kids who said, you're the first science class I ever enjoyed.
Wow. That has to be a high honor, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. For those who are listening and they want to check out your books, first of all, what are the other books you have?
Okay, so I have two series of books. As I said before, I have the Young Scientist series, which teaches kids science through rhyme. And then I have another series of books called the I Love Me series, which teaches kids self-love, self-acceptance. The first book in that series of books is called Don't You Know You're Beautiful Just the Way You Are. It was inspired by a conversation I heard between my daughter and her friend. They were talking about, they don't like their hair or nose, some kind of characteristic of theirs. And I'm like, you guys are beautiful just the way you are. And that kind of just inspired that book. A lot of times because of social media, brainwashing kids, into thinking that there's only one standard of beauty or only one ideal aesthetic, a lot of girls, especially girls of color, start to feel inadequate or not beautiful. So
let me read some of this one. I haven't
problem.
read this one in advance, but the title is "Don't You Know You Are Beautiful Just the Way You Are" by G.A. Sealy. The book goes, in a sad voice, Destiny said, "Mommy, I don't like the way I look. I want to look like the girls in my class and the models in the book." Mommy replied, "Sweetheart, why would you say such a thing, my little shining star? Don't you know you are beautiful just the way you are?" Destiny said, "I don't like my flat round nose. I wish it was pointy and straight like my friend Rose." Mommy gently held Destiny's face. "Don't be silly. You have such a cute button nose that is perfectly suited for your beautiful face. If you had any other nose, it would be simply out of place, my little shining star. Don't you know you are beautiful just the way you are?" Destiny pointed to the TV and she sighed. "I wish I looked like that girl Amber from my favorite show." Mommy hugged and kissed Destiny. "You are more beautiful than you even know. You are smart and funny, and you are as sweet as honey. You are kind and caring, compassionate and sharing. Your beauty starts from within and flows far deeper than your face, hair, or skin. My little shining star, don't you know you are beautiful just the way you are?" Yeah. It's good stuff, man.
thank you, appreciate it. So that book is designed to teach girls, especially girls of color, to love themselves and to embrace their unique characteristics and their own unique beauty. Because a lot of times, again, they don't have to see images in the media that reflect what they look like, so they start to feel inadequate. So it teaches them self-love and to accept themselves and to love themselves.
What are the age ranges for your books?
Well, they're geared for elementary school, so from between 5 to 10. But I've had parents with kids that are 2, 3 years old who buy the books to read to the kids as bedtime stories.
I'm thinking younger.
Yeah.
This theme should be reinforced
Well,
even younger. Yeah.
of course, yeah, because you got to start them from young. You got to teach them self-love from young. You got to get them to like certain concepts and topics from young. So these books could be read to kids as young as 2 or even younger than that.
Yeah, and here's the truth. There's some adults that need these lessons too.
Actually, I've had teenagers. I've had parents buy their books for their teenage daughters because a lot of times they say, "Oh, my daughter feels that she's not beautiful because she sees all her friends, they look a certain way," or even some of these girls are going through procedures, getting surgery done to change their appearance. So a lot of teenagers have self-perception problems, but that's because of social media constantly being on Instagram, Snapchat, and all those social media sites.
Yeah, it's a reinforcement of a false narrative about what beauty really is.
Exactly.
It is age old. Unfortunately, social media is just a new way to promote it.
Exactly.
But it's not anything new.
Exactly.
I appreciate you, brother. How can people get at you and purchase your books?
So I have a website, www.dawitpublishing.com. I'm also on Instagram, G.A. Sealy DaWit Publishing, at G.A. Sealy DaWit Publishing. I'm also on Facebook, DaWit Publishing LLC, or you can email me at dawitpublishing@gmail.com.
How much are your books?
They retail for $17.99 in stores and online.
Beautiful stuff, man.
Appreciate it.
Keep it up, brother.
Thank you.
I'm thinking about doing a children's book, man.
All right, so just let me know. I'm a publisher, so
We're gonna make it happen.
Yes, sir, we can.
All right, let me start. The hood was for never mind.
Yeah, I
404-892-2703. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Realest
Appreciate
man
it.
on radio.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is good stuff, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Let's get a picture up here, okay?
definitely. Yeah.